Thank you, Dudu. Thank you for the opportunity once again. From the side of the RTIA, that is the Road Traffic Infringement Agency, we would like to send out this message to the road users to indicate that the court ruling does not mean that we should stop complying with Aarto. Aarto is still continuing, as we have rightly pointed out, that the ruling that was made by the Pretoria High Court is still going to be subjected to a review process by the Constitutional Court. So up until then, that we get a final confirmation by the Constitutional Court that we should get a final word as to the legal standing of the Aarto Act. Hence, at the moment, we are really appealing to the road users to really comply with the Act and really take advantage of the Aarto process, because we believe that Aarto is bringing a lot of benefits to the road users, and we should really continue to benefit from those as presented by the legislation.
Let's walk through some of the benefits. You estimate that a total of 14,000 road users die on national roads each year because of traffic law violations committed by infringers. In this aspect, how does it benefit?
Yes, I will recall that before the advent of Aarto, especially the two jurisdictions where Aarto is operational, which is Joburg and Tshwane, we had what is called the Criminal Procedure Act. So the introduction of the Aarto process or the Aarto system, it provides road users with a number of options and rights, in the sense that you do not treat infringers or those who break the law as guilty as fined. They are presented with all these rights. The first one is that if an infringer is able to go and resolve an infringement within the 32 days after receipt of the notice, then that particular issuing authority, be it JMPD or Tshwane, then the infringer will be provided with a 50% discount. So it's a right, it's an option that is presented there by the Aarto Act. Secondly, if you feel that you were unfairly charged on the roadside in terms of the issuing of the ticket, you've got a right to go and dispute that infringement, as long as you are able to provide all the evidence that is really going to seek to indicate that, yes, indeed, you were unfairly issued with a ticket. And thirdly, you also have got a right to nominate a driver. If, for example, you own a fleet of vehicles, it could be ambulances, it could be buses, it could be taxis. If those tickets come to you and perhaps you have employed these different people in your company, you are able to reroute those infringements, those fines, to the people who were operating vehicles on the road at that particular time. It could be an ordinary person, maybe like yourself, you gave your car to somebody else, and then that person committed an infringement. You are able to reroute that ticket to the person who was operating the vehicle. And then the last one talks to the payment in installment. If, for example, your infringements exceed 750 rands, and then you feel that you really can't afford that once-off payment, you can be able to arrange with a particular issuing authority, even with RTIA, to pay in installments. So these are all the options that were presented to the infringer, which were not there before. And we are really disappointed from the side of the agents to feel that there are people who are opposed to the implementation of Aarto, with all these benefits that it is bringing. Hence, now we are appealing to the road users to really familiarize themselves with this piece of legislation. At the same time, we are embarking on a nationwide public education drive to really inform the road users of the benefits of this piece of legislation.
Mr. Mkalipi, that which you have highlighted and labeled as benefits, a number of civil society organizations and some sectors of the population coming out to say, well, this is nothing but a money-making scheme which people did not sign up for. Your response to that?
No, definitely. Aarto is about, as I've just said, it's an intervention to promote safety on our roads. That is what it is all about. It's about catching habitual infringers to make sure that we do not have a high number of people who continue to break law on the roads. Of course, there will be penalties. Those who have penalties, because currently some of the shortcomings of the Criminal Procedure Act is that we do not have a sufficient capacity to handle all these infringements that are coming up from the roadside. So the Aarto process is able to really track down the infringers. And then if you have a high number of infringements, then the system is going to block you out from renewing your driving license, or also from renewing your license tests. It's all about the reduction of fatalities on our roads. In 2019, at the end of 2019, when the statistics came out on fatalities that occurred on our roads, Gauteng dropped by 19%, which is where Aarto is operational. And then we can imagine if the system can be spread nationwide, how many lives can be saved on our roads. So we are very much concerned. Hence, we are really saying Aarto is about safety on our roads. Because at the moment, there are many people who are driving on our roads who have got infringements, and yet the system is unable to catch them. But with Aarto, when you go and renew your driving license, when you go to renew your license disc, the system is able to say, well, Monde, you do have some infringements that you need to resolve before we can renew your license disc. So that is the message that we are taking across, that the system is really geared towards ensuring that we reduce fatalities that occur on our roads.
Mr. Monde Mkalipi speaks for the Road Traffic Infringement Agency. Thank you, sir, for your time this afternoon.